What's up there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at Farming Simulator 22 and we are playing on the PC. This is the first time that we've ever covered the PC version of this game on the channel, so I'm really looking forward to getting started with this one. And yeah, we have talked through this game previously. We started talking previously through Farming Simulator 19, which is one of my most popular videos, and we'd covered this game as well previously on console. Now today we're playing in 2023 for a start. It is May, and so this game has been updated and patched and all sorts of stuff added to it over time, including a bunch of DLC which we're not going to cover, but just to say that this game has had a lot of incredible content added to it, which we will quickly take a look at in terms of, you know, not only the DLC but also the mods. Now, it is obviously a lot easier finding your way around the menus and that type of thing with a mouse as opposed to using the controller, but we are going to be using the controller for gameplay today. I have also got a Tobii eye tracker installed and ready to go, so you'll see how that's going to affect things as well. And obviously that particular peripheral and other peripherals generally aren't available on console, although there are obviously things like steering wheels and this type of thing. So what we'll do firstly is just obviously I want to show you this screen, which is the mod hub. Now we did look at this previously, and I just want to show you just the scope obviously of what's available here. I mean, even if, for example, if you were to click on greenhouses, you can see here there's a bunch of stuff just even under this one category. We come out of there and say factories. And again, just loads of stuff. Tons of stuff, to be honest with you. More than what, obviously, I've actually tinkered with myself. But there's just loads and loads of stuff available. And it's actually really fantastic and very, very extensive. Even, I mean, if you were to simply click on medium tractors, and this is obviously in the mod hub, you can just see here the amount of stuff that's available. And obviously you do already have a lot of tractors available, but say for example if you wanted to check out the old Fiat, double click, it just takes a moment to load in. But as you can see, I mean, there's a medium-sized tractor with a decent amount of power. As you can see, 132 horsepower to 185. It's just, if you wanted to get into like all this type of stuff, it's a great way to do that. But today we are going to come out of here couple of times. We're going to hit career. We're going to start a new career today, and once we've continued this we can then select either easy, medium or hard. We're going to go with medium, which is farm manager, so basically the standard setting for getting started. We don't own any land to start off with. We have some substantial funds ready for spending. We will be talking about this a little bit. The economy is stable, grain prices are decent, and gameplay elements are on the standard setting. So we'll hit continue, and the map that we're going to go for, we're not going to go with Elm Creek, we're going to go with this one. Don't know exactly how to pronounce this, so bear with me, but something like Hort Belleron, something like that. We'll hit this, continue, and this is now going to load in. As you can see, it doesn't take too long to load, which is good. I've been playing this game a little bit with my son as well. We've been playing a bit of crossplay, which is available between PC and Xbox. Not too sure whether it's available for PlayStation, but yeah, it's pretty easy to do. You just basically set up a multiplayer game and away you go. But yeah, I just want to show you how long this takes to load. And once we actually get to around about mid-stage, it should fly a bit quicker. Hopefully in just a moment we'll start loading in. There you go, 65%. And yeah, we're just going to crack on with this one, guys. It's a kind of a bit of a let's play, but also a bit of a getting started tutorial, just to show you the kind of things that you can do to start off with. And I guess we'll just see how far we take it. If you enjoy it, do let me know by hitting the like button, and let me know in the comments section as well. I'd love that. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do go ahead and do that, as that would help me out a great deal. We're going to get started now, guys. Right then, guys, so I didn't want to bore you with the character creation section, so I've kind of skipped past that. But anyway, we'll hit 9 to bring up the map just in the bottom left hand corner. You can do that on the controller as well, but also As I said, we are going to be using the Xbox controller for controls in terms of the vehicles and that type of thing, but generally speaking we'll use the keyboard and mouse. So as you can see there, by hitting 9 you can open up the map nicely and close it as well. You can toggle it right off if you want. I tend to have it kind of just in the very first option there. So this is our land to start off with, and as you can see, yeah, I mean it's pretty decent. We need to actually purchase this though. So although this is a piece of farmland, I actually just want to see if this actually belongs to us to start off with here. Let's just run over to this field, because I think we're going to have to purchase this. Yep, we need to make the purchase here. It's not owned by us. So what we will do is, I'll start using the Xbox controller now. And as you can see, this is the main sort of menu if you hit the menu button. If you hit the other button, which I still call select from the PlayStation, but we are playing on the Xbox controller, you'll see this is the shop menu, the buy-in menu, and basically if you go down to land here, so this is others, you can do animal dealer, wardrobe, construction, and farmland. We're going to hit farmland, and what we will do is, if we just zoom out a little bit, you should be able to see where we are. Right, okay, so we'll just zoom in a little bit. So to get past this bit, what we're going to do is click down on the left stick, and then we want to select that with the right, I guess what you would call R3 on the PlayStation. We're going to hit X to buy. And then we're going to hit yes there. So there we go. So it's a little bit complicated because you've got to click down on the sticks firstly to switch to the farm view, and then to select the, once you've selected the area, you can do that by clicking down on the right stick. So this area is now bought. So it not only includes the house, trees, a bit of grass area, which we're going to work on, but a bit of land over here as well, which you'll now quickly take a look at. So this whole area is ours, which is nice. As you can see, there's a few question marks. So, for example, if you walk into these, it would normally give you a bit of help. But basically, it's literally just telling you, if you click down on the right stick, it takes you to the help menu. And again here, I guess it's just doing the same thing there. But anyway, what we will do now that we've got this land, we will look to cut this grass at some point just to tidy it up a bit. What I want to do firstly though is just to run over here, just to see what we've got growing. So we've got cotton growing, and it's currently growing. We've got a yield bonus at the moment of plus 45%. That's going to be useful to us. It's currently 50% fertilized. It also needs time and will need plowing. So yeah, we'll leave that to grow. In the meantime, what I want to do to get started is just to talk to you a little bit about money now. What I've found with this game is that money is a big factor in keeping afloat, basically, and it's pretty tough to do it, I think, because you're up against it straight away, because as soon as you start hiring people and that type of thing, you are going to kind of run into issues. It's going to basically start eating up your money. So what I want to do is go into contracts, and we're going to actually kick off by doing a couple of contracts, I think, just to get started. So let's take a look. So we can do field 47 is fertilizing, field 33 is harvesting. Quite interested in this one actually. And we can do some plowing. 17,000 for plowing that one. Field 30. Let's see what size that one is. Let's take a quick look on the map. Let's make sure we've got the right one selected there. Right, field 30. So where's that one? Wow, that is one big field. So what we could do here is we could start plowing it and then allow a worker to take over. Okay, let's take that approach and we'll see how much money we can make from that. How much money do we have to start off with? Just taking a quick look here. So we've currently got 1351. Make a note of that just so we can actually refer back to it. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll go back into our contracts section. And we will borrow the items required for this, which is the tractor and the plow. And we've done that. I do want to start on this one as well, but we'll do that afterwards. So the quickest way to get to our vehicle, which if we take a look on the map again, so our map, so we are here, and I think the shop is here. Yeah, so we've got a tractor here available for us to use. So we could run across these fields and get to it here, but we can also press right on the D-pad, which takes us to this vehicle. And I want to show you now the side tracker. So wherever I'm looking, not only by turning my head left and right, but also by looking with my eyes, the Tobii eye tracker is tracking where I'm looking. So it's quite useful really, especially for sim work inside a tractor like this. So, and if I turn and look backwards, I turn my head to the side, I can then kind of look backwards over here, see if I can line this up, and there we go. So that's now attached. Right, okay, so what we'll do is just skip to the outside view. Thankfully this thing is already lined up nicely for us. I do like this tractor. I've never used one of these tractors with the treads on it before. Right, what we'll do is we'll just take a quick look just to see where we're going again. So we are going to this one here, so what we'll do is we'll come out of here, we'll do a right, followed by a left. We'll follow this down. I guess going here would be best. So we'll do a left and then a right. And we'll see where we're at. Wow, this is one big plough. It might not take as long as I thought with this huge plough. Quite like this. Look at this. It's amazing. I'm sorry, I'm kind of awestruck by it. Right, let's go back inside. As I say, with the Tobii eye tracker, you can kind of look left and right like that, and then you can kind of swing out. Right, now this bridge might be a little bit tricky here because it is kind of tight. Thankfully there's no traffic coming. Wow, this tractor is super sweet, super powerful. Right, I believe it's this way. And again, we're making a pretty good job of driving. I do have to say, I think the graphics are very nice there, especially on the water effects, just the reflections are very, very nice indeed. It's kind of difficult to drive with the camera spun round like that, I do have to say. I'm not entirely used to it. And the response from the controller is rather swift, to be fair. Very sharp. Right, here we are. Right, I think what we'll do is we'll drive to the opposite end, because what we're going to do is we're going to hire a worker. Now the AI, unfortunately, even though this game has gone through many iterations, it still gets a little confused, to be fair. So we don't really want to confuse it too much. We're going to drive carefully. Now, we could drive straight across there, to be fair, but I do want to kind of do it the right way. I think it's fair. I guess it doesn't really matter because we're ploughing the area anyway, aren't we? So it doesn't really make a great deal of difference, to be fair, but right, we'll get ourselves into position, I think. See how we get on. Line ourselves up over here. Whoa, dude, what? Why on earth would you undertake like that? can blatantly see that there's a tractor with like this massive thing on the back. I know I was in the wrong lane, but it's because I was swinging around there. Right, let's we'll have to drive forward a little bit here. Try and be careful here if we can. Not too sure how far this plough swings wide. It looks pretty wide, doesn't it? So what we want to do now is press LB and then we can unfold the plough. Like so. Wow, that is a very nice animation. And then what we'll do is lower. I think what we'll need to do is just move across a little bit. Let's knock that tree down. Get ourselves lined up properly here, I think. It seems about right. See if we can move back a little bit. Right, there we go. Right, okay. Move across a tiny bit more and then we'll lower and get started. Yeah, that's about right. We're about lined up there. Let's keep it going like that. We can, if we do LB, both of them, sorry, we can toggle cruise control like that. And then it's basically a case of just keeping it lined up, which we're not doing an incredibly good job of because we've skipped a little bit down the side there. But now if we want to, we can just hit B, which is going to hire a worker. Wow, I could have made a better job of lining that up anyway. It's not the end of the world. If we, with it being a contract and not our own field, it's not the end of the world. We're going to get paid regardless, as long as we've covered enough of it. So if we haven't quite covered it all, we can always come back and do that little bit at the end there. But I'm going to hit B now and get a worker in there. And there we go. We'll move out the way. And obviously, the worker is going to be paid by us, so it's going to take up our money. But we are getting paid 17,000 for this field. And it's going to take the worker a while there, I think. But as you can see, obviously it's a huge field, so that's going to be one thing for us to do to get started, and we'll do a bit of experimentation there. Right, contracts, so we're going to harvest now. We're going to do this one, field 33. So I think, let's take a look and see where that is. So this is, 33 is right next to this one. Oh, that's pretty good. And ours is obviously over here. So, you know, our stuff's still growing. And we are going to check on that at some point. But for now, we'll get started with this, guys. And if you want to see more of this, obviously do let me know in the comment section. But we'll get started for now. What we'll do is just go back to contracts. And we'll hit borrow items. So it's going to make life a bit easier for us there. And again, what we'll do is cycle through. And there we go. I did press left on the D-pad there to take us into this section. So as you can see, we've got a number of things available to us. We've got a combine harvester. We've got the actual cutting tool. Then we've got the, or the header, should we say. We've got a trailer for the header. And we've got a trailer itself, which is for collecting the actual crop. So I think a good place to start, because what we're going to do is we're going to have the combine harvester pull its own, obviously, header. We don't want to be driving the streets with the header on. So I think what we'll do is, just to start off with, if we can actually, I think we're stuck. Okay, let's move this one forward, because it would be silly for us to get stuck like that, wouldn't it? So we'll attach this one up to start off with. And there we go. Right, that's that done. That's that part done. What we'll do is go over here. Jump in here. And just reverse up a bit here. hopefully not smash into anything. Love the sound. I actually really love the sound in this game. I think it's fantastic. Right, so that's that nicely attached. What we can do now is, although this is at the wrong side, isn't it? Wow. Right, what we'll do is we'll move the tractor out the way. We'll line that up there, just ready to go. And then we'll head back over to here. And I believe that the way this loads on is from the load on from this side. So what we'll do is we'll just jump back in. As you can see, it's quite difficult to see from inside this thing, but also quite fun as well. See if we can line this thing up. Okay, we're a little bit too far over. We'll just reverse it in. Very manoeuvrable, this thing with rear wheel steering. It's got to be about right. There we go. It's kind of balanced on there. That wasn't not ideal. Hopefully it won't come off. Get this thing connected up. Go. That seems pretty sturdy. Right, we'll take the combine harvester over firstly. So hopefully we won't come across any maniac drivers trying to undercut us this time. But this thing's pretty fast, to be fair, so we should be alright, I think. Quick glance. Again, we'll head over to this field, get ourselves sorted. So we are on field 33, so we can take this next little path down. We kind of could have, I think we can go this way really. I know it's kind of cutting across the countryside, but why not? We do need to get to the field, and at the end of the day, it's just over here, so go straight through this bush. And we will plod on for sure. Beautiful, nice morning here in August. Straight through these bushes again. And you can see in the distance there, our worker there just going up and down the field ploughing. Getting that money for us. So you don't get paid until the end of the contract, so yeah, it's one of those things, but yeah. I guess we could have started this field from the other end there, but anyway, whatever, we'll do it from this end. So we will cut across this field a tiny bit just to swing round. We'll let this car go. Wow, old Citroen there, wow. Right, we'll do this in the middle of the road, why not? I do apologise, you'll just have to wait a second, my friend, in your Audi. Might not want to wait, that's for sure. Whoa, what is going on? I know it's a difficult thing, man, but you just need to get the job done here. Not ideal to do it right in the middle of the road, that's for sure, but anyway. Oh, and we've knocked the sign down. I was trying my best not to, but what can you do? We're making a right mess of this. Right, we'll get this reversed up. And what we'll do, actually, we should have done this at the side here. Pull this trailer all over the place. Just basically ripping it from side to side. We will undo that one. And this is the field we're going to be harvesting here, so get ourselves lined up. End of the day, this equipment doesn't belong to us, so we don't need to really look after it. I'm just joking. Of course we do. Right, we'll just line up here. So what we're going to do now is we are going to unfold the harvester. We'll turn the harvester on. And then we can get cracking. And there we go, guys. So that's us starting to harvest, and see our worker over there. What we're going to do now is just get another AI worker involved here, just to help us with this harvest. So I'll press that button now, jump out. They're cracking on. I'm now going to jump back in this tractor, which is the one back at the shop. We'll bring this one across. And again, basically, doing a number of trips here just to get these jobs started, but yeah, we've got a number of jobs underway altogether. It's not too bad, really. It's going to bring in a bit of money, and we certainly need that money. You should certainly eat through money on this game like nobody's business once you start getting equipment and that type of stuff. But hopefully, I mean, as we go, we start buying fields and stuff, we'll definitely get ourselves sorted. Again, beautiful reflections over the water there. I'm very impressed. And we could have taken that road. We could have gone straight on there, but we could have crossed this way. As you can see there, it's just come up in the top corner to say we're currently paid out €255 for wages so far. I like the way that it pings. It lets you know, obviously, what the crack is. And here's our combine harvesting friend. Now, what we'll do actually is pull alongside and start emptying the combine harvester into this trailer, because this is quickly going to get full up, to be honest with you. I'll line up a bit better, I think. There we go. I'd engage cruise control here for around about 11 miles an hour, I think. Just don't want to try and do that while I'm driving alongside. Maybe we should. Whoa, you see, that's why. That's why I didn't want to do it. And now we're stuck with trying to get moving again. I should have really done that on the way. That would have helped us out. Right, we'll move out the way. Get out the way of this guy, because it doesn't take much to confuse the AI, that's for sure. And guys, I want to say, if you've enjoyed this video, please do let me know with a like. And obviously, if you want to see more of this, please do let me know. If you don't want to, I won't do more, but just to say, I do want to get back into a bit of farming simulator, so I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do let me know, and I'll catch you guys again soon.